I'm really cross with Wes Streeting. If you're not from the UK, you probably won't know who Wes Streeting is. And frankly, quite a lot of people in the UK won't know who Wes Streeting is either. But here's the thing. He's our new health secretary, and he's just decided to do something that I think, frankly, is really, really dumb. Let me explain. So this is really useful for anybody that's managing or leading any big kind of organisation or multiple teams. It doesn't just relate to health, but what I'm going to tell you is really, really important and really useful. So here's what's happened. The health secretary's decided that it's a good idea to create league tables of hospitals in the UK. In other words, to decide out who's really good, who's not so good, and who's really terrible. So the idea generally comes around every few years is you kind of chuck rewards at the people that are really good, you wag your finger a bit at the people in the middle and tell them to improve, and you do something really bad to the people at the bottom. But here's what happens, and it happens over and over and over again. We create a list that looks a little bit something like this. You've got Hospital F at the top, they're really good by whatever you measure them by, and you've got Hospital A down the bottom. And you send out that league table all over the place. Now here's what happens. If you think you have a good chance of being at the top, and you are a manager or a leader or whatever, you immediately, your eye is drawn to the top of there, and you go, hey, did we make the top? And if you did, you go, woohoo, that's fantastic, we're amazing. You send out an email to all your staff, and then you brag about it, and you basically forget about it. You get on with your day. If you expect to be at the top and you find yourself at the, number 2 or number 3, you send out an email going, oh, we're not quite as good as our hated local rivals. We've got to improve. Let's do better, everybody. Woohoo, let's go. And then guess what? You forget about it. If you think there's a risk that you're at the bottom, here's what you do. You look at the bottom. If you're not there, you go, oh, thank about that. And you just forget about it and you carry on with your life. If you find that you are at the bottom, what do? You argue about the data. You say that it's not fair. You complain and then you move on with the rest of your day. What none of this does is put any quality into the system whatsoever. It doesn't work in any way, shape or form. And if you're wondering about my credibility for this, I used to run a national business intelligence unit in the health service, and we were regularly asked to create league tables. Here's the way that you do it though. If you're asked to do that and you want the data and you want to be informed about how things are going, by all means, create a table of performance one way or another. But as you present it, rank it differently. Just put things in alphabetical order. If you've got Aberdeen Hospital, put that at the top. If you've got Zanzibar Hospital, put that at the bottom. What that does then is it draws the eye to what is actually being said by the data. And you cannot come to instant comparisons about who is good and who is bad, which creates an emotional response, and then basically people just argue about it or brag about it, but it doesn't lead to any improvement. So there you go. If you get to see this Wes Streeting, which I'm sure you won't, please think again about what you're doing. There are far, far better ways to encourage improvement in the health service or in any system anywhere. Rant over. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.